Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you? Today I want to talk about something really very important, given the kind of messages that I was getting regarding working in the kitchen, कैसा रहता है वो सब, how is the life of a professional chef and everything. So I feel it is very important for me to make a video about the realities of being a chef, the realities of working in a professional kitchen. And if this is something that interests you, do see the entire video, click on the like and subscribe button, click on that bell icon, leave a comment so that I can continue making videos that you like to watch. I want to start off this video by telling you that my intention of making this video is not to dissuade you or frighten you at all. Irrespective of whatever I tell you in this video about the realities, which might not be what you want to hear, which might not be as glamorous as you think it is, irrespective of all of this, it is a profession that I am in, that I value a lot, I have a lot of gratitude for. And irrespective of whatever difficulties that you face in this profession, I love what I do and I would continue to do it. But just like anything else, there are pros and cons. Most of you know the pros because they are evident, but the cons are something that I want you to know so that you can see both sides and then make a decision that is being a chef really what you want to do? Yeah? So let's get started. Okay, first and foremost, point number 1. It is not as glamorous as it looks. I know we watch a lot of food shows. You watch it, I watch it. I have done a lot of food shows. So somewhere I am sure even I have given you the impression that you just go, you make the food, it looks good, you just explain how it is made, and that's the life of a chef. Not really. That is the life of a TV chef. A chef who's on television and who's cooking on television in front of the cameras to help you understand a recipe or to show you how a recipe is made. That is not the life of a professional chef. A professional chef is a chef who works in the restaurant kitchen, in the food business. So when you go to a restaurant, you eat that food, the chef who's making that food for you is a professional chef. Yeah. So that life and the TV chef life is very different. The TV chef life has a lot of resources. It's very glamorous. It's good clothes, good hair and makeup. There's a whole team that is there which helps you see the food that you do, which does the research on the food and so much more. So don't think that the chefs that you see on television, including me, I don't want to say it's others, it's including me, that is the life of a chef. It is not. That is not the life of a professional chef in a kitchen. The life of a professional chef in a kitchen is very different and very, very difficult. Point number 2, long hours. If you've been to any restaurant, then you know that they're minimum open for 8 hours minimum, and the maximum could be the whole day, or they could be from afternoon, which is your lunch service, till the dinner service. So you have at least like 2 services that any restaurant does, right? So then you know that those 2 services are done by the same chefs. They're not getting different chefs for lunch service and a different chef for dinner service. It's the same chef standing there working tirelessly, maybe with a little break in between, but that's about it. So they're really long working hours. You're standing on your feet. Remember, there are no chairs in a kitchen. So you're standing on your feet and you're cooking all day long. And you're not just cooking. Trust me, when I work in the kitchen, I realize how important it is for me to go to the gym, because you're not cooking for one person. You're cooking for a lot of people. You're doing a lot of prep for a lot of people. So big utensils, big movements, a lot of heavy objects. So long hours, a lot of standing, a lot of back-breaking work. So if you're prepared for all of that, then it's good. Point number 3, no weekends, no holidays. Now, I'm not saying you will get no holiday, but please remember that your weekend is going to be either a Monday, Tuesday, or a Tuesday, Wednesday, or some day where too many people don't go out. Because on the weekends, that's when everyone else is free. Your customers are free on the weekends. Your customers are free on public holidays. So that's when they want to come over to your restaurant and eat, right? That's the normal consumer behavior. That's what me and you do. Diwali holiday, let's go out and have dinner. Maybe Christmas, let's go out party. Who are the people who are working so as to enable you to celebrate these occasions? It's the kitchen staff, it's the service staff, it's the whole hospitality industry which is working to enable that your celebrations and holidays and weekends are amazing and you have a lot of fun. So you, as part of the kitchen team, you will not get those holidays. You will not get to spend that time with your family or with your loved ones, because you are going to get a holiday on a day when everyone else is working and the crowd is going to be less at the restaurant. So be prepared for that. It is going to happen. It is inevitable, because that's just the part of this business. It's how this business works, and you should be aware of that. Your social life is going to take a big hit. Trust me, if you're in a relationship with someone, it's not going to be easy, because you can't go for movies, you can't really go out on dates, and weekends are not your weekends, like I just explained. So your social life is not going to remain the same as it is for other people who are in corporate jobs or who are in other jobs wherein they have a structure to their work. Weekdays are for work, weekends are for friends, for family, for going out. Us, unfortunately or fortunately, it's just how it is. We don't get that. It's a luxury. If you get it, awesome, congratulations to you, never quit that job. But if you don't get it, don't be surprised, because like I explained, that's how the business works. So your social relationships, your personal relationships, your family are going to get irritated, they are going to get frustrated, and you will have a tough time adjusting to it yourself. So that's another thing I would say you should think about, because it is not easy. And if you're dating someone, or if you're married to someone who is not from the industry, who doesn't understand this kind of life, it might be a little difficult. So beware that can happen. Clean the kitchen. You heard me. If you thought that someone else is going to come and clean the kitchen after every service for you, nope, that doesn't happen. After we are done with the service, actually not just after we are done with the service, while we are in the kitchen, we are cleaning. We are working, we are cleaning. If you have nothing else to do, you're cleaning. And when you're done with your entire day, you will scrub all the surfaces. You will even clean the kitchen floor. You will brush it, wash it, mop it, wipe it. You do all this work yourself. It's a part of the chef's life. These are the instruments with which you have to work. They have to be clean, squeaky clean. They have to be hygienic, and they have to be well maintained. So it's a chef's job to clean the kitchen. It is the chef's job to keep everything neat and tidy, so that the next day when you come to work, you're just ready to work. Then you're not cleaning the kitchen, and it shouldn't be like that, right? You want the kitchen to be hygienic, where the food is prepared so that your customer gets a good experience. So keeping that in mind, don't think somebody else is going to do that job for you. No. Yes, there are people there for dishwashing, because you constantly need the dishes, and therefore there's someone who is there to help you with that. And similarly, in a kitchen, maintaining proper hygiene, maintaining proper cleanliness is very, very important. And as chefs, as cooks in the kitchen, it is our responsibility to do it. You might have to sit on the floor to eat. I know it sounds very surprising when you're working in a restaurant. You would assume that even you would have seating, and you will also sit properly and enjoy your meal and everything. It doesn't work like that. I would say you're lucky if there's a separate cafeteria for employees or there's a separate place for people to actually sit and eat. I have sat on crates in the storage room and eaten food of 5-star restaurants also, because that's just how it is. There is no separate place for the employees to go and sit and to eat, and that's just life. There might be maybe one table with 4 chairs and people take turns to sit and eat. Or if you're in too much hurry, you just, duck under your service station and you just quickly eat your food because you have to just quickly finish and get back to work. So don't be surprised. I'm telling you all of this again so that you are made aware of what this profession is like. And these are just parts of it. Not the most well-paid job in the world. It is not the most well-paid job in the world. It is okay. In the sense, I will not say that you're going to starve and you're going to work so much. No, it's not like that. So when you see the tax returns of big chefs and celebrity chefs and Michelin star chefs, now they have reached there after working so hard that now they are making that money. But initially, when you enter this industry, you are not going to be making that kind of money, trust me. And it's going to be a really long time and slow growth. And after years that you will start making numbers which makes you feel, oh, I'm making good money. So it's not the most well-paid job in the world. But if you are lucky and you land a really well-paid job, I would say congratulations. Because so far, what my research shows and the kind of jobs I have seen, it pays you, but not that much. Constant learning. This is one of those jobs in which you have to constantly learn. I think just like an IT professional, just like your doctors, just like your engineers, chefs are someone you have to constantly learn. The world is changing, food is evolving, a lot of science and technique is getting involved. People are taking food to the next level every single day. Be it pastry chefs, be it hot kitchen chefs, it is an exciting time to be in food. But that means you also have to up your game all the time. And in order to up your game, you have to constantly learn, you have to constantly train. One of the reasons why I decided to study. So it's very important. You cannot just be like, I do this and this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of your life. It's not gonna work out. Trust me that well. Not knowing the local language. If you're working in a foreign country, like I'm in Switzerland right now, this part of Switzerland speaks German, the other part speaks French. I don't know either. I've learned a little bit of German and I can understand a little bit if people talk slowly, but I'm still not at the same level in which I can say I can hold a conversation or even understand other people's conversation. So this is not going to happen to everyone. That's why it's my last point on the list. But if you're someone who wants to work abroad, I would suggest choose a place in which you understand the language or you can learn the language, because you're going to spend a lot of time with people in the kitchen. So if you cannot speak to them or you don't understand, life is going to be a little bit, alienating for you. And it is something that I have to overcome in the times. So I would suggest you start learning the language. If it's English, Hindi, or it's your local language, it's great. But if it is not, start learning that language. You will need it. With this, I come to an end of this video, the realities of being a chef. I really wanted to share with you the other side, the side that nobody talks about, nobody tells you about, because nobody wants to tell you the non-glamorous side. And I feel it is my responsibility, since so many of you write to me about how you want to become chefs, how you see yourself, doing this for the rest of your life. You should know what you're signing up for. Trust me, if you have this same passion and you like to see the way people react to your food when they eat it, and you are okay with the hard work and the struggle that's going to come your way, just go for it. It's a beautiful profession. So if you liked what you saw, then do subscribe to my channel, click on that bell icon, and don't forget to leave a comment. Until next time, bye bye.